I had a feeling I would like this movie, but I didn't know this movie would impact me as it did. I almost cried watching this. At the end, there were moments I was just like, wow, this is really getting to me. But my eyes are still glassy, as you can see. My nose is a little bit runny. And I mean, my energy is low, but that's not because of the movie. I'm just tired. But like, this movie got to me to the point where I was like, wow, the credits are rolling. I got to get out of here just in case I start crying. I don't want the fucking I don't want the freaking 4-year old, walking down and out with their mom and dad to be like, why is this grown man in here alone crying? Because I'm a black sheep, okay? That's why. And this movie speaks to a lot of different things, but if you feel isolated, feel lonely, there's parts of that. If you've dealt with grief anytime in your life, but especially recently, I haven't, I'm fortunate on that end, but like the black sheep part, I do relate to. But this movie has a lot for you if you're looking for it. And if you're just a kid looking for like little hijinks, there's some of that here too. There's some adult humor. It's a solid movie. And I think maybe because it caught me in a great mood or maybe even like a low mood that needed to see something like this, I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I'll be honest with you. 10 out of 10. I mean, I'm not saying it's like the same 10 out of 10 as the drama or I really like The Bone Temple. Like that's just one of my favorite movies in the last several years. It's not like that level of 10 out of 10, but for what it is and what it needs to accomplish, it exceeds every expectation I had for it, and I had expectations for it. So let's talk about what I like about it. And even if I don't like anything, we'll get into that as well. George, played by Hugh Jackman, is a lonely shepherd who's made friends with his flock of sheep and made foes with several characters in a nearby town. George dies under mysterious conditions, and while the police are none the wiser, his flock and a curious drifter dig deeper to solve the mystery. I had a feeling I'd enjoy this. It's well made. It's campy, albeit campy. It's family friendly, and more than anything for me, it's a who done it, which is right up my alley. I like who done it. I like mystery. I like murder. Cinematically, of course, not in real life, not anymore. I've changed. While it's not laugh out loud funny, it's pretty humor. It's quite humorous. Like it's enough to keep a smirk on your face. Every few minutes, there's like something you're just like. I like that. Like you're not getting an audible laugh, but that little smirk is going to stretch across your face and you're going to enjoy this. The film is equally comfortable detaching from its comedic themes to talk about serious stuff like dread and the agony that should accompany a whodunit, because a whodunit involves a murder and there should be some emotional reckoning with the fact that a character died. Whether you know them or not, they die. But in this movie, you do get to attach yourself to Hugh Jackman for long enough to see that this man is isolated and all he has is his flock, and all his flock has is each other and him. And I like how even within the flock, I guess maybe outside of the flock, there are a couple of side characters here that are isolated, and for various reasons, like they do eventually kind of find themselves within the community and ingratiate themselves in a pretty cool way. And I just like that. I think, like community is a part that we've lost in modern society. Like I'm a loner. Like I do intentionally kind of find myself alone. I'm also a bit of a drifter. So like I like moving throughout the Southeast US alone on my little hiking and camping trips. But community is important. I'm fortunate to have a good family and some good friends and, things of that nature. But like in a movie like this, you get to see the impact that it has on both the loner and the community for the two to not integrate. Because everybody has something to offer to the community, and the community has something to offer to everybody, if that makes sense. But the sheep are well done visually and vocally. So you look at the sheep, you can see them emoting. You can see how certain sheep are concerned. Certain ones are sad. Certain ones are just like completely oblivious to what's going on because they're kind of ditzy and dumb. They even do poke at the whole, like, do you know what humans call sheep? Or do you know what humans call dumb people? They call them sheep, and the sheep are like, what? Like, what? It's like, yeah, like it's kind of meta in a sense that some of the sheep know about how they're perceived in our species, and then the other ones have no idea. And it's just kind of fun watching the people's, or rather the sheep's, different perspectives on their lives, because some of them have had experience outside of the farm. Most of them haven't. Some of them don't even know what death is. Some of them think that when you die, you become a cloud, like count sheep, basically. Like this movie's smart. This movie has stuff going on in the storytelling and in the writing that makes you kind of you can find a sheep to relate to pretty easily, and I really do appreciate that. The people in this movie are worth addressing. The characters are kind of they're campy and lighthearted. Like the detective here, he's just a cop actually, but he does some detecting here. He's an idiot, to be blunt about it. There are some suspicious characters on the edges of the plot, because of course you have to have suspects in a whodunit, and they have their motives. The motives are eventually laid out pretty clearly. You know, there's some like, is it them? I don't think so. Oh, who is this? This is intriguing. Oh, I didn't know about this. All that stuff is revealed to you as the story goes along. But I do appreciate how they don't get too serious with the characters. Like, yeah, you don't need anybody like too nefarious in a movie like this. Now, again, someone dies, so there's nefarious actions happening. But like, you don't need, you don't need the nastiest type of people that exist in a movie that's kind of targeted for children and adults. So family friendly here for the most part. So I do appreciate that as well. Good balancing act, as I said earlier. But overall, this film is a well-made movie with some deeper themes and storytelling that you may not expect, considering its premise and its casual tone. But I gotta say, great time at the movies. Round of applause happened at the end of the movie. So when I was trying to like duck out of there without crying, people were clapping. They were clapping at me. They were like, "This grown man is here alone. Let's clap for him. He needs this. He needs something in his life. This is gonna be good for him." No, but they were clapping at the movie, and it was awesome. So yeah, but 10 out of 10. I'm saying 10 out of 10 because I really do think that I'm going to tell people about this movie. If you have like a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, or whatever year old, like if you have a 28-year-old, tell them. Tell them about the Sheep Detectives. Great movie. Any complaints? Any complaints? Any complaints? Maybe take 10 minutes off of it. Take 10 minutes off, and that's really it. I mean, the jokes hit enough where I'm like, this is good writing. Storytelling makes enough sense where I'm like, if I rewatch a whodunit, I want to be able to see who done it as I'm actively watching the movie for the second time. I think I could probably do that in this, and it would all make sense and not feel like shoehorned in. So good on them. Excellent stuff. Peace. Ugh, lisp.